we're about to have a fight, like, between the two worlds, because they're gonna be all jelly, but we're still solid, so we can't actually hit them in this area. Not, but, okay, it's weird, so hold on. Let's read this first. I mean, you know, read, but, you know, it's happening. Faith of Laguna, Well, Laguna, and its CEO. Alright. I've gotten the gist of what happens in this now. Okay. Good job, good talk. So, we gotta fight in this area. We can't hit them, because they're all translucent, not even in Witch Time. But we can hit them with this. For some reason. You know, it's fine. She's got like a bubble on it, don't worry. For some reason, we can't hit them, but this lamppost, right? It's very slow, though. It's very slow. And now they're dead. We could throw, like, shit at them as well, but that's work. So, this is kind of an interesting set piece. Because there's that big boy. He's translucent, so we can't hit him, and we gotta use all this stuff to stun him as we run down here. And it's not exactly challenging, but it's kind of cool. I like it. And then you gotta go ahead to break the gate. Because this angel's really creepy. This big boy, he's got a personality, and it's not a very good personality. Because he's not actually chasing us right now. He's actually chasing Cereza, and it's a thing. Look, the angel's a pedophile. All right, look, that's what we're building up to over here. And he can't fit through this bit, because you know he's just a bit terrible like that. Can't figure out that if he just, like, turned diagonally a little bit, he'd fit through. Now he's gonna sit there and do that for a while. So we'll leave him to it. So here's a portal. Here's a book. Purgatorio. Yep. The center of the Trinity. Yep. Fascinating. Fascinating stuff. Gripping. Alright, good talk. So, we're gonna go off into the other world now. Oh, there's a crow. No. Too terrible. Too terrible. So now we're over in the nice, angelic side.
Hey! This is probably how you got lost to begin with.
Mommy.
Don't worry. It's always scary the first time you see them. So, where was I? Oh, yes. Your kind invitation. I do hope you've prepared dessert as well. Oh, what a lovely tea party. And dancing, too. Cereza, my dear, watch and learn.
Alright, so now we gotta fight the dogs. We've immediately gotten fucked by the dogs, so what's going on? That guy's still over there, by the way. What a clown. What a clown. Just can't figure it out. He just can't figure it out. There's a kind of a weird thing with Cereza, where if you get pure platinum, it's still Bayonetta on the screen, the trophy, but the voice cue is different. Instead of her going, I should have been a pole dancer, you know. Instead, it's Cereza going, Mummy, you're the best. So that'd be really awkward if you got pure platinum before you met Cereza. Because you'd just be like, what the fuck is this creepy child talking about? Though I guess the justification is it's pretty unlikely that you'd get a pure platinum on a stage the first time through. It's not exactly impossible, but I mean, so we're getting really fucked by these dogs right now. I don't know if you've noticed. We'll get there in the end. Look, it's in my defense, I'm terrible. But you know, didn't sleep much. Monitor not plugged in. What else we got? Wheel on the chair is a bit squeaky, you know. We got excuses. I got them. I got you covered. Don't you worry. Shouldn't really use the claws. Like, they're not as good as the shotguns, really, because then you just like kill them pretty fast with the shotguns. But you know, whatever. Ceresa's getting like a little fucked up. It's, you know, it doesn't matter. Enemies, like, do sometimes go for if you haven't, like, fought them at all, like, yet during the sequence, but it's not really a thing. You know, they wisely were not like, yeah, let's not go full, like, escort mission in this spectacle fighter, right? That'd be kind of annoying. So let's fight the big boy now. Alright, not yet, because first, like, this is happening, right? You know, Paradiso looks awfully violent, doesn't it, actually? Because there's, like, this happening right here. Got hit by one of them, so that's terrible. And there's, like, a tornado happening over there. See? 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 I told you! And it's got pierced nipples. It's not okay. So, you know, we find a big boy again. He's slightly bigger than usual, but he's fundamentally exactly the same. He's doing this like little awkward like ground pound thing. It's not really doing very much, but you know. He does have a unique climax scene though, because you know, it's kind of the same, but it's different. Because he doesn't just get eaten, because then Cerese would get a little bit eaten as well, which is not what we're going for really. I guess his moveset's actually kind of different to most of them. I've never really thought about it. He is bigger and slower. See? I'm telling you. Now, the astutes among you will notice that Bayonetta is not currently naked, despite summoning that demon. Yeah, also didn't have cat ears, or the tail. So, you know, these angels, they're really they're just... Look. There's a lot of children kidnapping going on in heaven. That's all I'm saying. Well, Paradiso, I guess it's not heaven. And now we're gonna have a fight with ourselves. So, you know, that just happened. So, let's try not to get, like, completely fucked by the first attack that hits us, which is what will happen right now. So, it's not a boss. This is just a regular enemy, currently reskinned to look like us. But, it's not actually a boss. As soon as we break this 1 health bar, we'll see what it actually is, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay. Yeah, you know. These angels are getting up to some weird shit, you know? So, these are the enemy with the, different torture attack, depending how much damage they've taken. This is the most overt torture attack, by the way. It doesn't do that. It doesn't do the jiggle if they've taken enough damage that it's all, that, you know, it's just exposed, gross, meaty bits. Because I guess for some reason they thought that wouldn't be as appealing to see up close jiggling around. Can't imagine, don't know where they got that one from. These angels get up to some weird stuff. You know. I feel like, you know, after seeing, this is ice skates, by the way, that we just unlocked. After seeing the angels in this area, I would not trust any angels with my children. That's all I'm saying. Not that I'd have children. God, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not a big fan of children, anyway. So that's not a problem. If I run into any children, if I run into any angels, I'll not have to worry about leaving my children with them, for whatever reason, you know. This is a very odd train of thought I'm going on right now. There's a thing hidden behind this portal, by the way. It's late, that's gonna be my excuse, you know. I've got a lot of excuses, but that's gonna be the excuse that I go with right now. Alright, so, like, this is happening right now. Everybody's taking it remarkably well, actually. Like, there's, like, the world's ending over there, but all these people are just kind of, like, walking around like nothing's happening. I guess maybe it's not happening in their world, because, I mean, I guess, like, but, like, you know, should be getting thrown around still. And they're just, like, walking around like it's nothing. Yeah, tornadoes, whatever.
Mommy? You're a mom? You?
Come now, Cheshire. Look at me. Do I look like I have any interest in children? Now making them, well, that's another story.
Whoa, whoa! You're getting the wrong idea. I mean, it might be the right idea, but not right now, right? Yeah, speaking of right, I'm glad I've been standing around waiting for you, because I knew we'd cross paths. See, the only way to reach the upper crust and their gated island of champagne wishes and caviar dreams is over Prominence Bridge.
Oh, yes. The island. Lovely place, isn't it? Oh, now what?
Don't play games with me. You've worked your magic on this poor defenseless child, haven't you? You're a sad, sick woman. You know that? I was her age when you killed my father. Wait. No. You couldn't. Oh my God, you did, didn't you? You killed her parents!
Come to think of it, she's better off with you. You two are more hassle than you're worth.
What?
Just keep a good eye on her, or you're going to catch hell for it. No good deed goes unpunished, and you never know when a monster may sneak up on you.
Mummy, look out!
she see me?
Ooh, foreshadowing. She can see her still. And she's like, Mummy, no. You're not really into it. Ugh. Oh god, how terrible. That's what happens when you die. You turn into Cheshire. So I lied to you, apparently it doesn't persist through all the cutscenes. I thought it did. It persists in some of the cutscenes. The ears, that is. Alright, so, now, we're gonna go into the tornado. And, then after that, and we're gonna fight a boss. A much more interesting boss than the last boss that we fought. We're gonna fight Temperance, who we have caught a glimpse of before. Yeah, it's the big guy that was talking to Jean. It's right there, in that thumbnail. It's much more interesting than Fortitudo. Much more interesting. Because Fortitudo was pretty fucking lame.
Still cool, Bayonetta.
I feel like a fucking celebrity in this town. See that? Everyone rushes at me like crazed fans. They still haven't figured out that I don't give autographs. I'm not much for the talkative types. How about we have a little fun instead? You did plan on having fun with me, right? There'll be plenty of time for pillow talk afterwards.
And now we're fighting the dude. And he's pretty big. And we don't ever really land on the ground this time. I've already fucked it up because you're meant to jump to the other platform. It's alright, it doesn't make any difference as long as you don't get hit. And he's a lot bigger than the last guy we fought. He's very spindly as well. And he fucks with you where you're standing a lot of time as well. And right now we're gonna break all his little fingers, or his little spindly tentacle finger things. And then we are gonna clamber all over him and slowly break him apart. It's a bit more involved than Fortitudo was. Fortitudo was built up a little bit more though. This guy kind of just like appears, you know? I mean, we saw him talking to Jean and all, but like we saw Fortitudo quite a few times. This dude just like appeared out of nowhere, and now here we are. And eventually, we'll also get to break his arms. He's got a lot of health bars. This is why it's a good thing the bosses have their own stages, because some of these bosses take a long time to get through. The last boss in particular, as you might expect, is the longest one. The last boss got like 7 fucking health bars. He can do more than this. He's not very keen to show off all of his moves right now. But we've got a lot of health bars still to go through, so I guess, you know, if you get hit, if you don't dodge right there, you get punched off of the platform, and then, you know, you take damage, but it doesn't really make that much difference still. It's pretty serious to fight somebody inside a tornado, though, you know. I think he's meant to be making Tornado. I don't know, you know. lore. Fuck that. We're gonna get there in the end. Believe me. Sooner or later. Here we go. And now this is the main part of the fight. He's got like some of the wind dudes on him. Don't worry about it. Then we track down the little like lumpy bits, and we break them, right? As you might imagine. And try not to get hit like that. And now we're gonna break one arm off. Then we gotta break the other arm off. Then we get to break him. This guy doesn't have a good time. He gets pretty bullied. Just gets bullied pretty hard by just like a bunch of hands, and it keeps happening to him. And doesn't functionally change that much between losing arms. He still does everything that he just previously did, but oh yeah, he could do this. He just didn't do it before. He still does all the same things, he just does it with one arm instead of two arms now. See, now he's got the eye beams. He can still try and punch the platform, but he just has to chuck you up in the air first to do it. Life's hard when you've only got one arm. You know. We'll get there in the end, don't worry. You know, for being as like pretty intense as it is for fighting a guy inside of a tornado. Oh yeah, he just uses his finger now to do this part. For as serious as it is to be fighting a dude inside a tornado, his soundtrack is like pretty boring, actually. The OST for this game is really good, but like this guy's music is pretty just you know, uninspired. The boss after this, the next like big angel boss, is very weird. Less exciting than this one, but significantly weirder as a boss. However, fighting this boss kind of fucks with us, because we end up in a not great position after it, and we gotta like get out of it. Now he's gonna get bullied again. This one really bullies him. Oh, you know, he knows what's up, and no, no. Wait until you see how he dies. It's really, he gets bullied pretty hard, but it looks really silly still. So now we're on him. And now we've got to go around and break off various parts of him. Our combo now gets, like, out of control during this section. We don't have to do a climax for every single one. And he's got a lot of doodads, and we gotta break all the doodads, and then we get to punch him in the face instead. And he can do some weird stuff with his face as well. He's a Swiss Army knife of things, this guy, honestly. He can be missing his entire body, and he's still able to fight back. I mean, good for him. Where the fuck's the last one at? There it is. Yeah. And now we've almost got him beaten. And now, then we just gotta punch him in the face. And it's a lot quicker, this phase, because now you can just hit him the entire time. You haven't gotta wait for him to, like, grab the platform to actually punch him. It's, his extendable head is a bit silly, actually, thinking about it, isn't it? Because I just realized the dude's his head's in his chest, and he's just jutted it out like 50, like, well, not 50 feet, like 10 feet in front of him to, like, look around. Yep, and now he's got the wind things in him. He's got another thing in him, yep, there you go. He's got, weird tree things in his mouth. If you get caught by that, he grapples you, and you have to wiggle the stick to get out. He isn't as he's weirdly more threatening, but he's also less threatening once he's lost both of his arms, which makes sense. Most people are generally less threatening when they have no arms. This is also the only thing you can proc Witch Time off of him on, is like dodging his weird mouth thing that he has. He's very upset. We're gonna get there eventually. So this was. See, it takes a while to do these bosses. Imagine if this was your first time fighting the boss as well, right? It takes a while to beat these bosses. So it's a good thing that they're own stage generally and have checkpoints on. It'd be pretty tedious otherwise. We've almost got it. We're almost there. He's almost gone. Now he's gone. You'll like this one. You'll like the way this guy gets killed. Now, first off, he's gonna get bullied. This part's not very exciting, but trust me. Squish.
All done? Well, let me give you back your toy then. Bugger. And I didn't make any time for pillow talk.
Never in history has an angel been more bullied than that one. Close second is the dog that was wandering around. He almost got away with it too, if it wasn't for those meddling witches. So, now, that's dealt with. He's gone. And we're gonna skip over the angel attack again, because this is such a waste of time. It's such a pointless game. So, now, I've gotten the order of events mixed up. We don't get fucked with just yet. Now we're going to go to everybody's least favorite stage in the game. I actually kind of like this stage, but its gimmick does go on a little bit too long. It's not exactly a favorite among fans. And then we get fucked with after this stage.